Last one, we shall explore the way mists with a goat. A squirrel hops onto a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to bury its nuts and make something of itself. You drop on it from a branch, grab it, and twist its heads off. Delicious decapitation. A young wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps the squirrel out of your claws, runs off, laughing and barking. Let's turn tables on the wolf. A second squirrel creeps up and pokes at the disincorporated head of the first one. You grab at the new squirrel and chew on it a little, thinking. Lure the wolf closer with the squirrel. Show everyone in Omen that you're smarter than the wolf. Lure the wolf in. You dangle the squirrel over your maw, waiting. The wolf tries to steal it, as planned. You slash at her with your claws, and she flees, having learned not to mess with you again. Let's see if we can fight it with monsters. You're growing old, my friend. Your body's very soft, and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting harder to leave your hovel. Let's go see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. Soon you'll reach the end of adulthood, and you'll either ascend to the elder status or dissolve into slime. We can return to our hovel and prepare. Can doctors do something for the process? What happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. What happens to monsters who dissolve? Their bodies melt in a spawning vat where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. Return to the hovel and prepare. A group of elders is waiting at the door to your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Go with them to dissolve to become an elder, or dissolve, or whatever. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They build a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Alright, we can be tested, try to ascend to elder status, dissolve, become one with the spawning vat, or we can try to flee into the wilderness. We shall... We'll try to ascend, I guess. A masked elder comes forward. She says, "It is time to decide." All the others growl and snarl. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor riles in the air. Listen. The masked elder asks, "Who has already decided the fate of this monster?" A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The fluid begins to bubble. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, "Choose one. Chance will guide your claw." Look at the stones. Each stone is stained with an old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. Pick a stone that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows one monster kneeling beside another, injured monster. The masked elder says, "We test your kindness." Actually, I'm pretty kind, so... A huge elder carries another monster close to the cauldron. The other monster is half melted and hard to recognize. Look closer. It's Nash Nash, or what's left of her. She's begun to dissolve like you, and her condition is far advanced. What's going to happen to her? The masked elder says, "We have decided that Nash Nash is too violent. There is a place for pure ferocity in our world, but it must be tempered with other qualities. Regard your own soft, wobbly claws." The elder says, "See her eyes? She still seethes with pure rage. Perhaps you can calm her before the end." Risk your own life to try to save hers. You might die, seriously. Or console Nash Nash requires high kindness. Risk your own life. Or can try to console. I'm going to do the consoling. Nash Nash growls and lashes out at you. Your claws might be weak, but hers are the only part of her still strong. You bleed. You ignore the pain and speak soothing words to Nash Nash. You lean close, wincing slightly as she draws a new line of red on your hide. She holds her tight on your side and hold her tight. She finally ceases her struggle. Goodbye, Nash Nash. The huge elder picks up the now unresisting Nash Nash and gently releases her into the spawning vat, and she is gone. Choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows two monsters fighting. The masked elder says, "We will test your ferocity." Oh, this is bad. Two large monsters seize you from behind. They growl and try to tear you apart. I do not have a high ferocity, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to attack just the one monster. Yeah, because I don't have a high ferocity. That's not going to work. He's down and up before anyone can react, leaving you free to face the other one. And there's no way. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. I guess we charge up the cauldron? You hold the cauldron, which contains the potentious infusion. It's heavy. Look in the cauldron. It's quite full, and there's far more blood in there than slime. Oh, that's how they vote. Blood and slime. Okay. I guess we drink the potentious infusion. You drink the bubbling concoction and then belch, and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an elder now. You're now an elder. Here's how you're doing. My ferocity is only 18. There was no way I was going to get that. Let's see. 47 respect, not bad. Cool. You are now an elder. You are welcome in Zanak, dearest of the monster towns. Don't know what that means. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way the monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. So I've maxed out my cleverness and kindness, which is kind of cool. And that's my... This is how well monsters think of humans. When the inevitable conflict comes, this will dictate how monsters act. What do we think of humans? The current score is 20 out of 100. Monsters dislike and fear humans, but you can change this. This is what humans think of monsters. When the inevitable conflict comes, what do they think of us? Humans dislike and fear monsters, but you can change this. Okay. First off, let's politic first. We shall do... Let's do the caution one first. Elder Riddy wants you to stop using electricity from the humans. It's making us less monstrous, he explains, and it is a human thing through and through. And we happen to know a bit about electricity. You shuffle forward and raise one claw, clearing your throat. All the others turn to look. Riddy says, "Ah, you agree with me." "No, electricity is great. Requires honesty." "No, show how violent it is. Requires ferocity." Agree with Riddy that electricity is useless. "We shall describe." "No, I'm going to disagree." You explain your point of view. Some of the younger elders are talking about doing more with electricity than just keeping things cold or well lit. Explain about electricity, the good and the bad. Describe some of the things you've seen. Boxes with moving pictures, ways to send messages by clicking one's fingers on a board. The elders believe you. Of course they do. You're not thought of as a liar after all. Plus 18 monsters view humans. They're fascinated. The group agrees to look into new ways to use electricity for the benefit of monster civilization. Riddy hisses and stalks away. No. Buenos dias. Que pas. Oh, I see. Let's go to Carmen. We shall do puddles, I guess. The docks are fun. They smell like home. You're napping on a fish net when you overhear a human talking. Where have they all gone? If there's no fish, this fisherman's done for. Are the humans hiding? Are fish hiding from the humans? Tell them what you know about fish. Requires honesty. Add the location of the best fishing grounds in his charts. Requires cleverness. Good, punch a hole in his boat because it's fun. Are fish hiding from the humans? Maybe they are. Then again, they're fish. You know where they are, and you can tell him. Not that a human is likely to trust one of his kind. Perhaps you can give him a clue. Okay. I shall do this one. Add the location. Give him the locations of fishing grounds. You draw a circle of currents and waves over the inlet where the fish spawn. Then make a noise to draw his attention. Watch as he discovers your work. The fisherman looks at the map, stroking his beard, and he mutters, "Maybe," and then starts the engine from the docks. You watch him sail toward the inlet. You think he is going to do all right. Yay. Let's politic for a bit. I did caution, so let's do the hitchhiker thing. Greed Blitz, puffed with multisyllabic importance, addresses the other elders. "My fellow monsterin," he begins. "I propose we meet the humans halfway." What, in the meadow near the forests? "No," he clears his throat. "I think we should learn from them and adopt human ways to become more civilized." Agree and explains the human innovations. "Yes, I've learned much from watching their hunters, which requires ferocity." Here, start an exploratory committee to look into the matter. "Yes, we should use their tricks against them." Let's agree and explain the human innovations. Plus 18. You make a persuasive case. Under your tutelage, the other elders learn much about organizing and governing the human way.